Welcome to Reckless Paradise, everyone. I'm your host, Marissa, and I'm here with my co-host, Dystro. Say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Happy Sunday, everybody. I hope everybody has had a very, very good weekend. I've had a very good weekend, actually.
Yeah, my weekend was alright.
Yeah, it's been a very okay week overall, but the weekend was better than the actual week, so that's always a good thing, though.
Yeah, ain't that the
Ah,
truth?
yeah, definitely. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us tonight. I hope you guys enjoy tonight's episode. Might be a little bit short, but hey, sometimes you gotta mix it up a little bit and throw in some short episodes to keep, things going. So, tonight we are doing my birthday episode because my birthday is literally like, what? 10, that's about two and a
Uh,
half hours away from this recording that we're doing right now.
2.5, yeah.
Yeah, because
Something
it's
like
9:33 as we're recording. And Dicer's over here yawning already. Wake the fuck up!
that. Wake the fuck up, Jace!
God damn it.
Off to a hard shot. We're not even a minute and a half in.
You can't take me anywhere. You can't put me on a podcast anywhere.
Oh, it's gonna get way worse.
Oh, great. Anyways, yes. So my birthday is in about 2.5 hours from now. At the time of recording this, it'll probably be less
Mhm.
time after it uploads. I'm turning 21 this year. That's crazy.
Mm. Happy birthday,
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 birthday.
birthday. Now, my birthday I think was on a Sunday last year, so we did my episode right on Pod Day.
Yeah.
Wow, damn. And last year, unfortunately, ended up getting sick the night of my birthday, like June 4th, going into June 5th. I ended up getting sick.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
miserable day.
And then it fucking spiraled from there. That whole month of June last year, I kept throwing up off and on the whole month and having severe stomach pains, like right in like the middle of my stomach, like between where your breastbone is and your belly button is, like right in the middle. It felt like somebody kept punching me. And what's weird is only certain foods would trigger it. Like if I ate eggs, for example, it would trigger it. If I ate like a sub or something, it would trigger it. Anything big or even chocolate. Chocolate was triggering it too. And I didn't think much of it until I got towards like the end of June, going into July of last year.
Yeah, because I felt your pain because I was just like, I'm like, oh shit, like, oh well, like I was like, there's nothing I could do about it. Like,
Yeah, like you were all the way down there, and I'd text you like 1 o'clock. I'm like, I just threw up again. Like it'd be like, oh,
yeah,
at one point it was the whole week I was throwing up, like off and on the whole night. At one point we were playing versus zombies. We weren't even 10 minutes into the game, and I felt like I was gonna get sick. Like I literally told you and Ken's that I needed to get off for the night. I was only 10 minutes into the call, but I literally passed out from the pain. Like I had a really bad attack in my stomach. Like I literally passed out because I was in so much pain, and then I woke up like 3 hours later and threw up.
right, yeah,
So fast forward that, I ended up going to the clinic. I think it was like the second day of July. My dad heard me throwing up one afternoon in my room. He knew I had been throwing up for the whole month. I had told him every morning when I got up, well, I threw up again last night. He didn't know what was going on. He had no idea what to do until that one day he heard me throwing. He was like, "Okay, I'm taking you down to the clinic. You need to go get looked at." I'm like,
mm-hmm,
"Okay." I was so pale, and I was like having like a panic attack in the clinic because I was just thinking like, "Oh my god, what if it's this? What if it's that?" Turns out I had an infection in my body. I won't go into details as it's kind of TMI, but I had an infection in my body that had gotten worse over the course of a month. And what's weird is I didn't present any of the usual symptoms you'd get with this infection. I didn't present any of those symptoms. I was throwing up. Like, that's usually not a sign. That's usually not like a telltale sign. I personally thought it was gallbladder issues because I've had family members in the past on, I think, my mother's side who have had gallbladder issues. So my first thought was that, or my pancreas, or my appendix, one of the three. And it was, thankfully, it was just an infection in my body, which again I'm not going to explain. that got out of hand. I didn't even know I had it. But yeah.
Yeah.
But at least I got that taken care of. But it sucks, you know. It started on my freaking birthday last year.
Yeah, and we were just like you said, like, we were not even 10 minutes into the call, and you were like, okay, I gotta get off for the night. I'm sorry.
I literally passed out from the pain. Like, I was in so much pain one night. Like, oh my god. But I'm glad it's over with. I already know this birthday's going to be better. Because luckily, I'm not, like, I don't have any of that issues right now, which is good. But, man, I would never wish that on my worst enemy. Like, it's the worst pain that I'd ever been in.
Hmm.
I really didn't know what was going on. Like, I should have taken notice, so, like, after at least 2 weeks worth of throwing up, I should have at least done something sooner. But, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I mean, you didn't know per se. You were just like, you were just kind of just scared shitless. You were just like, okay, like what the hell's going on? Okay, and it's like you can't just go on to WebMD. It's like, okay, what the hell is going on with my body? And they're like, well, it could be this thing, could be this thing, could be this thing. It's
That's the
like,
thing. That's what I did. I actually Googled shit. And none of, like, my infection did not come up in the results. On Google, the first thing that came up was pancreatitis and gallbladder issues. I was like, okay, well, my family has had gallbladder issues in the past. I don't know anybody who's had pancreas issues. So I was like, but yeah, my infection,
right.
like, it was just so out of the blue, that diagnosis. Like, they tested my blood and my urine. They're like, oh, you tested positive for this. I'm like, oh, great. But I was, at the same time, I was relieved. I'm like, okay, it's not anything too serious. It's just that infection that I need to be put on antibiotics for about a week. But yeah, that's what happened to my birthday last year.
Last year.
This year is a little bit different. I'm feeling good. Um, Unfortunately, Mother Nature was not good to me in my body in a different way to this year, but it's all right. But I am hoping tomorrow, once my dad gets some work, I am gonna go back up to where we go hunting, but we're gonna go fishing up there.
That'd be
There's a
nice.
there's a couple fishing spots up there. My dad was like, "What do you want to do this year for your birthday?" He asked me this yesterday. I'm like, "I don't know yet." So I took, time to think about it last night when we were actually on call last night. I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I want to go back up to where we go hunting, and I want to go fishing up there because there's a couple fishing spots up there. And plus, I never have been up there in the spring or summer since I was a kid. Like, usually we only go up there in the fall to hunt. So, like, you only see what it looks like in the fall.
Mm.
Now I want to go see what it looks like in the spring or summertime. Like, I want to see, like, what's the difference. Like, is it more fuller and stuff? Is the road condition even worse than it already is in the fall? I just want to go see, like, just try it out. And
Mm.
plus, that place brings back a lot of memories for me because we used to ATV ride up there when I was a kid. Now you can't ride up there anymore for whatever reason. They have signs up there. It says no ATV riding. It's bullshit, but yeah, big boo for that. You can thank the New York State freaking Department of Conservation for that. They come to my house and arrest me for complaining.
Yeah,
FBI,
we
open
got
up!
FBI, open up. Yeah, we got a warrant for you complaining about shit. It's like, what did I complain about? It's like, it's because of the road. It's
I
because of the
want an
ATV
ATV
thing.
ride. Like, come on. We used to go up there when I was a kid and ride. This is when I was an only child. We used to go up there and do that. But now you can't do that. But we still go up to hunt, and I would like to try fishing tomorrow. So we're going to do that. I already made sandwiches for tomorrow. Just going to pack some chips.
Sandwiches.
Hell yeah. I just, like, it's weird. Out of all the things that a 21-year-old would want to do on her birthday, that's what I
Fishing.
picked. That's what I picked. Like, I have, like, there's so much of my dad in me. It's not even funny. Like, I
Well, I
collect,
mean,
I collect CDs. I got his music taste and more. I love nature. Like, I'm clean.
it's like the same for me. It's like I have like my mom and me sometimes because it's like
Mama
like
Dystro.
Mama Dystro, yeah. Uh, like because like she's kind of like when like how should I put it? It's like I was like kind of like her younger self, like full of energy and like just wanted to go out with like their friends and all that stuff, and it's just like and like just doing whatever we wanted to do when we had the opportunity to do it, sort of thing. And she had asked me for like my birthday last year, and she's like, well, what do you want to do for your birthday? I don't know. I was like, just have cake and just chillax, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, a typical 21-year-old would want to like go out and drink. Just for the record, I don't drink and I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't do any of that stuff. I refuse to do it. I've tried drinking in the past, and
It's just
unfortunately, it took
not
me
much
to a
fun.
dark place. Yeah. And plus, I wake up every morning, like after I drink, I'd wake up and I'd feel like shit physically. Like, oh, like I would literally feel sick. So I was like, okay, I can't do it anymore.
Hmm.
Like, mainly for my mental state. Like, it just put me in a really dark place. So after that point, I refused to drink. Like, if someone offers to buy me a drink, I will, kindly decline. I don't have to explain to anybody my reasoning why I don't drink, but I have my personal reasons and I stick to them. I've been sober for almost 2 years now. So this
Woo!
August, this August will be 2 years. So, and I've had no temptations to touch anything. So, like, honestly, yeah, turning 21's great. Maybe, sort of. I'm kind of just like the lame person in the family who doesn't do anything. Like, I'm like the person in the family who hangs out with the younger kids. Like, that's just me, because like kids are cool, like you want to be their role model sometimes.
Yeah, it's like my younger cousins who had just like either graduated or just about to graduate. Shout out to them. Like, cause I'm a little bit older than them,
Of course you are.
and shut up. And like like my cousin David, he's like a towel boy for like a big huge like college football team in Tennessee and
Wow.
stuff. And like he went to Hawaii, he's got a job and all that stuff like that. And it's like, and like like I don't expect him like to look up to me being like a role model or anything, but it's just like it's like I was just like, okay, you're like that's cool, like I'm proud of him because like he's becoming his own person, becoming his
Yeah.
own man.
Yeah, he's making
And
big moves.
yeah, and like he was like working for a college football team as a towel boy. I'm like, what? Like that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
And then my other cousin, Kaylin, like she just graduated and she wants to be a baker
Ooh.
because every time that we have like a family gathering and stuff, shut up, a family gathering, she always brings sweets that she makes herself.
That does sound good.
And she's always like, yeah, like I want to be a baker someday. And my aunt, bless her heart, she's always like, yeah, like we got a little baker in the house and stuff. I'm like, yeah, she could bake. Like she made these really kick-ass brownies one time. I was like, oh my god, they were so good.
I want some fucking brownies.
But it just goes to show that, like, the people that you have in your life, like friends, family, whatever have you, it's like if you choose to make an impact on them, it's like they will kind of like be like, okay, like like that person made an impact on me, so I'm not gonna do what other people will tell me to do, sort of like peer pressure sort of thing.
Yeah. Like, I've always just been comfortable hanging out with the younger kids, at the family gatherings. Like, they're cool, like they're still learning. Like, they're gonna ask you questions. They're gonna want you to play video games with them, go outside with them. Just do it. Like, act like their older sibling if you have to. Like, that's just like I've always been the older sibling in my family. I am the oldest sibling. So it's like I am more familiar with hanging out with the younger kids just because I have two younger siblings myself.
Hmm.
So that's just how I am. And plus, I don't drink or smoke or do anything like that, like a older adult would do.
Yeah,
That's just how I am.
yeah, and it's like if anybody will take anything from this and stuff, it's like always be that role model for the younger generation so that they can look up to.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm always like wondering that when the day will come when whether it's my younger cousin or my sister is like when they're gonna ask me about my music taste. Like, I don't know if that's just me because like I have like music has such a big impact on my life, and it literally is my life.
Hmm.
Heck, I freaking talk about it on a podcast for frick's sake, and my future career choice involves music. So it's like, but I just wonder when that day will come, hopefully, so I can just spill my guts out about all the music I've listened to in the last 21 years.
Well, I mean, it'll probably happen sooner rather than later, sort of ideal. But like, I mean, it's like it's kind of like teach them while they're young, sort of thing. So it's like just feel like okay, like kind of like just plant like little seeds. Be like, yeah, like I used to listen to that, but I listen to this kind of thing now, sort of thing.
Yeah, like it's just like I'm hoping that music has like an impact on my sisters or even my younger cousin the way it has on me. Like
Hmm.
music is like an escape from reality for me, and it has been for the last several years. I'm talking since like from the ages of like 9 to now. Like music has been a huge part of my life, and I mentioned that in my first Music Madness episode that I did last month.
Hmm.
Music is huge for me, and if it wasn't for that, I don't really know where I'd be right now. I probably wouldn't even be talking right now on this podcast, to be honest, because I feel like music has just really consumed everything for me. Like it's consumed just like every time I look at something, I think of a song. Every time I'm walking somewhere, I think of a song. Heck, I'm in the grocery store and I think of a freaking Foo Fighters song today. Like it's just like that's just how it is. Like, you know, like when you've listened to music for so long and you develop such a deep love for it, like you just can't escape it. But it's a good thing, to be honest. Like I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, like this is same for me too, because it's like without music or without video games, for example, like video games and music are my creative outlet for escape. Because like with some video games, like yeah, it brings me some peace, but also kind of like keeps me focused on something.
Yeah.
Like 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 Power Wash Simulator, for example, which I'm playing right now. Uh, like it's making me like kind of like talk, but also calm down the exact same time, like while like doing the podcast and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I can definitely say 21 years has flown by really quick. I can definitely say it hasn't been the easiest 21 years of my life, but the last year or so, 2022 to now, it's been great. Besides that
it's like,
one hiccup I had in March this year.
oh yeah,
We won't talk about that.
yeah, we won't
Um,
talk about that.
fuck that.
so, sorry about that.
Hey, but honestly, the last year and a half has just been really good. Like, I've spent a lot of time. Oh, excuse me, I got hiccups. I've spent a lot of time focusing on myself and what makes me happy, doing what makes me happy, prioritizing myself before others. Like, as selfish as that sounds, I needed to do that because when you're in a relationship with somebody for almost 3 years, you tend to forget how to take care of yourself. In my aspect, anyways, in my case, you tend to forget how to take care of yourself. You tend to forget who you are as a person, um, especially if that's like your first long time elapsed relationship, we'll call it. You tend to
Mhm.
forget who you are in that 3 years, in my case. I've spent a lot of the last year and a half focusing on myself, trying to find who I am again. And with that came it ignited my passion for music like at full force. Like it's just a lot changed in the last few years. From 2020 to now, a lot of stuff has changed in my life that I wasn't expecting to change. But at the same time, I feel like I needed that change in order to really push myself forward in life, so to speak. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think like one of the changes it was like I'm not gonna say me, but like I feel like I was kind of part of that change for you because I was an outsider to you because you could kind of just not depend on me, but speak to me outside of that relationship, what's going on.
Yeah, because when you and I first started talking, it was about 2 months after I ended my relationship. My almost, well, it was 2.5 years relationship at the
Yes.
time. I always just round it off, but I probably
Yeah.
shouldn't do that. But I'll just say 2.5 years then. So it was 2 months since I'd ended that relationship. So I was still kind of like riding the wave, so to speak. I
Mm,
didn't really start the healing process until 2022 when I cut contact with him.
yeah. And like you and I, I still remember like the first topic of discussion that we had was Billy Talent, and
Billy
that's like
motherfucking Talent.
and uh, you're like, yeah, I like Billy Talent and stuff. I was like, no way. I was like, I love Billy Talent. She's like, no
What?
way. She's like, what? and and then it's like, it started from there and stuff, and then we like talked about like y- we
Wrestling.
we talked about wrestling, we talked about music. Uh, I talked about movies for like a little bit, and you're like,
You
I don't
movie
watch
nerd.
movies. Yeah, hey, I still am to this day. Um,
I should give you your own segment on this podcast. Well, your own episode.
oh
Movie
god,
rundowns with movie rundowns with Dystro.
oh god.
You're on your own.
But but track backtrack here. Uh, before it goes completely off the rails again. Um, but yeah, it was just I feel like I was that outlet out outside of that healing process, because after that you're just like, yeah, like it was rough to, like, just get rid of it and all that stuff after, 2.5 years and stuff. I was like, well, yeah. I was like, well, like, some of my best friends in high school, like, they had a relationship for like God knows how many years, and it's like, they're married, they have kids and shit, and they're already grandparents or something by now. And it's like, and it's like, I mean, like, there's always somebody out there for somebody. You just, like Mama Dystro says, just gotta take time for yourself and, do what you love. And like, because we've done the podcast for like what, like a year now?
Year, yeah, about a year.
A
Yeah, over a
year,
year. Almost
over a year,
over a year.
over a year, year and a half, should say. Uh, uh, doing like our pilgrimage run right now, just having fun times with gaming with friends and stuff on like almost every night sometimes.
Friends.
Depends. Uh and like, just chilling, having fun, It's and plus like 2 months from now I'm gonna be up in New York. So I'll be able
Yeah.
to see you.
Yeah, we going to the fair.
God.
Oh god, no wait. I think I have a shoot the shit episode scheduled literally right after the fair. We're gonna talk about our time at the fair.
It was no.
No, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. But yeah, backtracking a little bit. Yeah, you and Ken's. I'm gonna give Ken's credit too because he's been this will be 6 years. He has seen me at my worst. He has seen me go through all my breakups. Actually, I've had many in my life. My first one I was with for off and on for a year. I was in 10th grade at the time, and then long um my longest relationship, 2.5 years, I started that my junior year of high school. So I had bad breakups, but at the same time, I feel like if I didn't leave my recent one, I feel like I wouldn't have gotten anywhere mentally. Like I feel like I wouldn't be in the mental state that I'm in now. I am the happiest I've been
Mhm.
in a very, very long time. And you can just tell by the way I talk, the mood swings I get sometimes. Like sometimes I get like pissy, but that's just me. I'm always like that.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
you can tell by just my pictures that I post or stuff that I share online. Like I'm just in a
Hmm.
better place. Like I have a positive outlook on life now. I've learned to accept who I am, both figuratively,
And mentally.
physically, and mentally. I am fine with who I am. Like honestly, and people don't like that. If people have a problem with that, that is fine. you can just turn around and walk out the door. Don't forget to close it behind you.
Don't forget to fur yourself out.
But yeah, honestly, if it like honestly from 2020 to now, like man, what a freaking change. 2020 to 2021, those 2 years were rough, very very rough. And then 2022 was like a big 360. Like I even said that on our 2022 recap episode that was like an
hmm
hour long. Like it was a big 360 for me. Like everything started to look up for me. Like
hmm
everything was just changing in a good way, and I felt really really good. And even this year, like I'm even better.
Yeah, it's like I'm glad that I came in at the right time, then like came in at never at all sort of thing. I'm
Yeah,
kind of glad that I came in at a good time
you've seen
when
me at my somewhat worst. Yeah, you've seen me at my worst.
I've
Like
seen you at your worst.
you saw me in freaking March this past year, like literally like a couple months ago, where I kind of broke down on the podcast. Like I don't really do that, but I did because like I was having some conflicting thoughts of like what should I do. You guys, if you guys have been watching since March this year, you'll know what I'm talking about.
hmm
And then April was all fucking anger.
I mean, hey, we all have that, right?
Yeah, I was like,
It's
fuck this, fuck that, fuck what he said, fuck this, like that's wrong, like
yeah. I mean, hey, it's I'm glad that you got it out of your system for shoot because it's like if you had kept all that anger inside of you, it's like it was gonna burst out at any moment's notice by now, and you have just been like, why did I wait so long just to keep it inside me? Like, what the fuck am I doing?
what am I
And
doing?
what am I doing? And and you would have been just like so like you said conflicted and being like okay like why couldn't I just not say anything now, why I have to wait like 2 months down the fucking road and all that shit, and it's like and and then like like you said like like March was just you were just
Frustrating.
conflicted, and then the next month after that, it was just all anger. You just went all out. And then it's like, like last month and going into this month and stuff, you were just like, okay, like I'm good.
Like I
I'm
could care
straight.
less if this person talks to me.
Like I'm straight.
Yeah,
I'm
like I'm
good.
good. Like it was just fucking frustrating though. Like what the fuck was said to me? Like really? Like that's your
Yeah, it
fucking
was just kind
mindset?
of it if people don't know what we're talking about, it's just because like what said person had said to her kind of mentally fucked her up.
Yeah,
And we're
it's
not going to go
like
into
yeah,
detail.
if you guys want to hear about that, check out the shoot the shit stuff from March and April. You guys will hear all about it.
Yeah, and it was kind of just
Fucked up.
mentally fucked up. Yeah, it was just fucked up
It
for
literally
real.
made me question my whole entire 2.5 year relationship. I was like, really? Like, wouldn't this have even lasted long? Like, what if I would have stayed in the long run? Like, it's like, wow. But on a positive note, I'm happy now. I'm okay. I'm in a little bit of pain right now because my fucking back hurts. But yeah, it's been a crazy, crazy year so far, but in a good way. Sometimes
hmm
you have to face those tough times in order to really appreciate the good ones. And that's what
hmm
I've learned over the last few years. You have to face those dark days. You have to face them head on. You can't just ignore them, brush them off your shoulder. You have to face them head on. Just like facing your fears, you have to face them in order to really conquer them. Um, and that's what I've been doing, like if something's pissing you off, talk about it, face it, tell somebody about it, tell them like it is. If they get mad, if they take it wrong, that's on them. That's a them problem, not you.
hmm Yeah, because nowadays people take shit the wrong way.
Oh fuck yeah. referring back to
Because
said person.
yes, referring back to said person, like, because like I
Ugh.
mean, it happens in everyday life too. It's like if you say things a certain way, somebody will be like, what did you say about so and so? It's like, oh, I wasn't even talking to you, but okay, like, like, all
Uh,
right,
love them kind of people. But yeah, I could definitely say turning 21, like I feel wiser and smarter than I was in the last year. I could definitely say that. The way I word stuff now, it's a little bit different, but
I can definitely say you have grown as a person, both mentally and like spiritually. I can see that.
like I'm not afraid to speak my mind. Like if something like let's just say okay, like for example, I heard a good album this week. I'm going to talk about it. Like I'm going to talk about it on social media. I'm going to spread the word. I'm going to recommend this album to people. If I don't agree with something someone did, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it man to woman, woman to woman, whatever you want to fucking call it. I will talk about it and I will tell you like it is. If you don't agree with my standpoint, that's fine. Just don't be pissy at me about it. Then that's when we have a problem.
Mhm.
Um, it's just like I don't care anymore what people think. Like if I say something that offends you, I apologize. That wasn't my intentions, but move on. Don't dwell on it.
Right.
But yeah,
But
I'm ready to turn 21. I don't feel it. I don't look like it either.
hey, it's like, hey, it's the same thing for me because, like, when I turned, 24 last year, it's just like, did I really turn 24 last year? Like, holy shit, like, it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, like I've been told I look like I'm still 17. It's fucking funny, but it's a good thing because that means I'll look younger when I'm older.
Like, cause like, I think some people have said to me, like, oh man, you look like, like you're like way older than you should be. I was like, no, no, don't say that. I
you
was
look
like,
like you're 22.
thank you. That's what I think too.
Like you look like you're 22, like 21 turning 22. Like that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, like I'm like, damn, like you think I'm like old as dirt or something? Like, god damn, people. I'm
Old as dirt. Oh god, there's some dirt in your
gonna throw some dirt in your eye. I'm gonna throw some Mentos in
eye.
you.
Oh god, no, no, no. But yeah, it's been a very fun year. The last year, being 20, it's been very fun. Obviously, it didn't start on a good note, but we ended on a good note.
Yeah.
It's been a really good year, and I'm ready to turn 21 in about 2 hours. Well, an hour and 55
Uh,
minutes.
yeah, an hour and 55 minutes. Yeah, because we've got a huge uh GTA session tomorrow
Monday,
planned.
yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So I'm excited.
Yeah, and another thing I did today, I ended up buying myself a new dress because I
Mm.
hadn't really spent any money on myself in a little bit. Besides the Jurassic Symphonies album, that's different. I was hunting for that. That is something I needed for my collection, okay? And I found it. I got the last one at Walmart. But anyways, I bought myself a dress today for 12 bucks and I tried it on. It is freaking beautiful. Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
love
saw it
it.
too. It looks nice on you.
Well, thank you. I love it. I literally it caught my eye, like, because my sister was with me today, my youngest sister, because her birthday is on Tuesday. Her birthday's the day after mine.
Hmm.
So happy birthday to her if
Happy
she's
early
listening.
birthday, Sierra.
Yeah, happy early B day. So we went out. We got her this morning. We went to Walmart, got her. Like we let her pick out some stuff. She picked out some outfits too. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go look around. This dress caught my eye. I walked by it first, and then I turned around like, do I want that dress? I'm like, fuck it. My birthday's tomorrow. I need to treat myself. I'm getting this dress.
Treat yourself.
What's $12? Like what's $12?
What's $12?
Literally, I paid that much for Jurassic Symphonies. It's like, what's $12? Fuck it, I'll buy it, and I don't regret it. It's beautiful.
$12 means nothing to me.
It really doesn't, like I can understand like 30 or 40 bucks for like 12. That's not gonna put a dent in my
Well, that was
pocket.
at what, like Walmart, you said?
Yeah, that's at Walmart.
It's like shit, it's like fucking JCPenney's is like, oh yeah, you're paying like an arm and a leg for like a dress that you could buy at Walmart for like, like less than that. It's like, okay, well, do you think I really deserve that dress? It's like, no, no, you don't.
The thing is, like I said, $12 is not gonna put a big dent in my summer fun.
Oh, well, no, no, not
I
at
can
all.
fucking easily replace that. But yeah, I bought the dress, tried it on when I got home, and it was great. It looks good. I can't wait to wear it. It's gonna be
We're,
cold this week.
I'm gonna say you were gonna probably wear one of those summer dresses during like Fair Week, probably, right?
Probably
Something like
not
that.
because I'm gonna be on rides.
Oh
So
yeah, that's true.
no, I'll be wearing shorts or
The
jeans.
the air flowing up.
I'll probably be wearing shorts or jeans depending on the weather. Last year during the fair, we actually kind of had a cooler fair week than usual. We only had one day where it was in the 80s, and that was day one. The rest of the week it was in like the 60s and 70s. One day it was in the 50s. I had to wear a fucking denim jean jacket because it was cold.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, originally I wasn't gonna go that day because it was like a mist, but I ended up going, and my friends went, and luckily it cleared up later in the day. So I was like, okay, I'm glad I went.
Yeah, because I remember last year, you were. It was like day one.
It was
You're
80 degrees.
Yeah, it was 80 degrees, but you know who showed up, and you were like,
Oh,
and and you you were trying to cut
I
a
was like,
little story time,
Dystro.
little story time for the viewers. So this girl tried to call me, and I didn't pick up, but I had a reason.
I was like,
I had
Dystro,
I
Dystro.
had I had a reason, and the reason was because I was talking to my mom about something, and she
Boo.
she kept she kept me. Hey, don't boo her. Don't
I'm booing
boo.
you.
I was like, don't boo me. Boo her. Um,
I'm booing you.
no, don't boo me.
I have
Hey,
respect
why you?
for mamas, not you. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Fine. I'm not gonna tell the rest of the story then.
No, tell the story. Tell the story.
So,
Tell the story. Damn it.
so, so I was talking to my mom about something. I think we were like talking about music or something, or an
Mhm.
appointment that she had to come up or something. And I happened to look at my phone, and it was a missed call. And I was like, wow. I was like, okay. I was like, well, I was like, who the fuck is calling me? It was Marissa. I was like, Marissa never calls me during the day. Like she never does. And I I just happened to message her. I was like, hey, I was like, is everything all right? Did you miss out or something? She goes, where were you? Where were you? I was just talking to my mom or something. I was like, what's up? And she goes, what's up? Like, you know who just saw me and I was trying to call your ass.
I was literally okay. So I had food in my hand because I was getting ready to leave. My dad was on his way to come get me because he usually texts me when he's like almost there.
Hmm.
I was waiting for him to tell me when he was on his way down, like when because he was coming from the car wash
Hmm.
and he was coming from uptown downtown. It's about 10-minute drive because of the fucking traffic. I was waiting for his text. I was walking around the fair with food in my hand. He was there. Like, said person was there. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I have 10 minutes. You're telling me he could have fucking waited 10 minutes to walk out of the fair? Like, fucking Christ. Like, I didn't, I was like, okay, this day's going good. He's not here. Fucking 5 minutes later, he's there. He, like, standing at the sundress tent where I used to go buy my sundresses every year with him. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? So I fucking ran, like, I didn't run, like, I kind of sped walk down
Like mall walked.
I kind of like quickly walked down towards the grandstands, but then I did a U-turn and did like a big U around the food stands. It's hard to explain. I'll explain to you when you come up.
Yeah.
But I fucking went around. I tried calling you. I was like, "Oh, please pick up, please pick up." I was like having a fucking like miniature panic attack. I was like, "Please pick up, please pick up." Fucking 5 minutes later, my dad's like, "I'm almost here." I'm like, "Okay, fucking thank God." So I fucking ran to the. Well, I didn't run. I kind of walked to the gates, turned around once. I saw him walking down the grandstands. I was like, okay, maybe he didn't see me, but I could have sworn he did because I made eye contact with him. I was like, okay, maybe he didn't see me. I don't know. So I walked to the gate, got in my dad's car, we left. Also, I get a text from Josh. It's like, hey, what's up? What's up? I'm on my way home, number one. Number two, guess who showed up to the fair?
And I said, you know who? And she goes,
Yeah,
yep.
I had a miniature panic attack. Like, I literally was, like, shaking.
I felt so bad because I was like, oh my god, like it could have been like a life or death situation. She was trying to call me, but like, oh my god, like like I don't have anybody here with me, and it's like,
Because the
and I'm
thing
like,
is, my friends, they were
they were,
they were at the grandstands. They were going to
yeah,
watch the Derby. I was just,
yeah,
waiting to leave because I usually leave around 6.
hmm
And fucking, like, I only had 10 minutes left to wait, and he was there. It's like, really? We wait to the end of my fucking day to show up? Like,
I just like I even like apologized to her. I said, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. And she goes, nah, it's all good.
I'm
But
home now. It's all good.
she's like, nah, it's all good. I'm holding out. And I was like, are you sure? She's like, mm.
Hey, at least there's a positive to this. I was looking good that day.
Oh yeah, you were.
I was wearing my black shorts. I had my makeup done. I was wearing my Billy Talent Crisis of Face shirt that I had purchased back in like February of that year. So I
hmm
was looking good, but I was fucking sweating. It was 80
Oh yeah.
degrees.
Oh yeah,
My
I don't blame you.
God, I hated that day. Like everything was going good up until that particular moment.
Right.
But
But
anyways, I think I've rambled on enough for you guys. This episode's longer than I thought it was going to be, but hey, you know what? That's fine. 21 years old, here we come.
well,
So, that was a good episode.
yeah.
Now, before we go, I have a couple things I need to talk about. Our next episode, oh boy, this is what I've been waiting for.
Oh,
Oh boy. So, we are finally getting to our top 15 Def Leppard songs lists.
oh boy. All right.
Oh boy. I'm going to warn you guys, this episode is going to be long because rather than doing 10 songs, we're doing 15. So it's going to take us a little bit longer to get through the songs. Plus, there's going to be honorable mentions, which is kind of expected with Def Leppard. So it's going to be fun. There's going to be fists flying. There's going to be some whys and no's and oh, that hurt my heart. You're going to hear all that.
I had a panic attack. It's just,
We were rooting for you.
we were rooting for you.
There's gonna be a whole bunch of that on Thursday. I'm ready for it. My list is ready to go now. Like I haven't touched it in about a week, so
Says
it's
that
ready.
and change it again.
It's ready to go this time though. I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
So if you guys are curious to hear our top 15 Def Leppard songs, be sure to tune in this Thursday. I'm very very excited for this. I don't think I've been this excited for an episode in a while, to be honest. I'm ready for this. This whole month, it's a whole bunch of Def Leppard stuff. I'm ready. And I also cite Song of the Night for you guys. So, this past Friday, me and Dystro took a listen to the brand new Foo Fighters album, But Here We Are, which we are going to do a breakdown episode of that in the near future. I am definitely planning on doing that. That album blew me away.
Oh yeah, that was a really good solid album too.
Absolutely touching. Very touching tribute to not only Taylor Hawkins but Dave Grohl's mother, who had also passed away last summer. Very very touching tribute. Literally no skip whatsoever from start to finish. The
Mm,
closing track is what made me cry, and the closing track is called "Rest." It's probably one of the most unique Foo Fighters songs I've ever heard up to this point. So I think that's gonna be my song of the night. The song is called "Rest" by Foo Fighters. It's very very touching, very moving, very
mm.
powerful. Like it literally just it gave me chills, made me cry, made me feel everything at once. So that's tonight's song of the night, "Rest" by Foo Fighters. If you guys would like to hear that, there will be a link at the top right hand corner of this episode towards the very closing minutes of the show. Go ahead and click on that. It'll take you to the audio. I think it's just the audio. I don't know if they have a
hmm
lyric video out
Yeah, there's
yet.
just an audio. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and check that out, guys. You will not be disappointed, especially if you are a Foo Fighters fan.
hmm
So, if you guys stuck around to the very end, we greatly appreciate your support. Be sure to go ahead and follow us on social media by clicking on our link in the description below, which should take you to Linktree. We have Instagram, Reddit, Twitter, and TikTok. Go ahead and follow us on there to keep up to date with our show. Dystro's YouTube channel is there as well. He's on the road to 800 subscribers. What are you at right now?
Last time when I checked, it was at 774.
774. Holy crap, you're moving.
Yeah. I just happened to look earlier today. I was at 776. Then I went down to.
So you're actually moving quite along. That's pretty good.
Hmm, yeah,
Wow.
I'm 774 right now.
So Dystro posts weekly gaming content on his channel, 2K23, Skate 3, GTA 5, whole bunch of stuff. We just played Skate 3 last night.
hmm The if you follow my channel for a little bit, I do really appreciate that. But we did a kind of like a challenge sort of thing last night. We were just made our own challenges and we just did it and stuff, and we had a little bit. We had lots of fun with that, and it was a good time. It was a really good time.
It really was. Actually, I forgot to send you my clip last night that I took. I'll do that after. But anyways, please go subscribe to Dice Show and share his content around. Give him some love. Also, my personal TikTok account is also in the description below as well. I'm currently on the goal to 1,000 followers. I'm over 900 now. I think I'm at like 906 or something like that. I greatly appreciate that. I post music content a lot lately, which that's my whole life now. So I'd greatly appreciate if you guys could follow me on there as well. I'd like to go live with you guys after the show or even on my own time. Just hang out with you guys. I also would like to get to my CD collection so you guys can take a little sneak peek at what I have to offer for my CDs. Not that I'm selling them ever; like they're never being thrown away. If anything, I would pass them down to other family members. But yeah, please go follow me down there as well. Once again, take a listen to tonight's song of the night, "Rest" by Foo Fighters, and that's it. All right, thanks for listening, guys, and we will catch you guys this Thursday. Peace.
Peace.